Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn about the third part of our first chapter, that is India and the world. The Indian landmass has a central location between the East and West Asia. India is a southward extension of the Asian continent. This means the Indian landmass has a central location in Asia between East and West, and India is southward extended from the Asian continent. The Trans-Indian Ocean routes, which connect the countries of Europe in the west and the countries of East Asia, which provide strategic central to the Indian nation. The Indian Ocean is connecting all the European countries of the west side to the east side of the Asia. India lies at the central location of the Asia, and it is dominating the Indian Ocean because of its long coastal line. And India's longest coastline helped India to establish his contacts with Europe, Africa, and other countries of the Asia. Plateaus are the high plain, or sometimes it is called as tableland. It is an area of highlands consisting of flat grounds, and it is raised from the surrounding sea, often with one or more sides of deep hills. The coast is also known as coastline or seashore. It is an area where land meets the sea or ocean, or a line that forms the boundary between the land and ocean or a lake. India has a total coastline of 7,516.6 kilometers. A peninsula is a landform surrounded by water on the majority of its border while being connected to the mainland. As we can see in the image, the Deccan Plateau is located between two mountain ranges, the Western Ghat and the Eastern Ghats, and it is almost covering the southern tip of the Indian nation. The name derives from Sanskrit word that is Dakshin, it means south. Note that the Deccan Peninsula protrudes into the Indian Ocean, thus helping India to establish close contact with West Asia, Africa, Europe from western coast, and with the Southeast and East Asia from the eastern coast. Here protrude means to beyond. I mean like something extended. Peninsula is helping Indian Ocean to make contacts with the other countries. No other country has a long coastline on the Indian Ocean as India has. Indeed, it is India's eminent position in Indian Ocean which justifies the naming of an ocean after it. Plateaus are the high plain, or sometimes it is called as tableland. It is an area of highlands consisting of flat grounds, and it is raised from the surrounding sea, often with one or more sides of deep hills. Probably in ancient times, sea vessels coming India for trade sailed through these waters to visit India, and that is why they named this ocean as an Indian Ocean. Since the opening of the Suez Canal in 1869, India's distance from Europe has been reduced by 7,000 kilometers. India's contact with the world have continued through ages, but her relationships through the land routes are much older than her maritime contacts. The various passes according the mountains in the north have provided passages to the ancient travelers, while the oceans restricted such interaction for a long time. Upanishads are the ancient Sanskrit texts of spiritual teachings and ideas of Hinduism. And we are well aware of Ramayana, that is an Sanskrit epic of India. Panchtantra are the moral stories which are typically related with the animals. The Indian number and decimal system were originated in India in 6th or 7th century and were introduced to Europe through the writings of Middle East mathematicians. These routes have contributed in the exchange of ideas and commodities since ancient times. The ideas of Upanishads and Ramayana, the story of Panchtantra, the Indian numerals and decimal system thus could reach many parts of the world. And because of these ideas, ample of things were imported and exported from the country, and they also gave an important place to Indian writings and notched the name of India with Indian numeral and decimal system. The spices, muslin, and other merchandise were taken from India to different countries. On the other hand, the influence of Greek sculpture and other architectural styles of dome and minarets from West Asia can be seen in different parts of our country.